Hello, viewers. My name is Zach Hardy, and this is my WWE SummerSlam 2015 and WWE NXT Takeover Brooklyn preview. Um, of course, this is a Friday night, and this may go to an hour. I don't know, um, but shit. Right now, we're gonna get into previewing these. We're gonna get into previewing this match card or these match cards for NXT Takeover Brooklyn and um, SummerSlam. So that's pretty much that. Let's get into the Takeover Brooklyn card right now for NXT, and let's get into the first. I fucking hate wearing jeans. Oh yeah, I can swear now. Fuck yeah. All right. Okay. So, we're gonna go into Takeover Brooklyn, and let's get into the matches. First off, we're gonna start with we'll start out with the new guy, Apollo Crews versus Ty Dillinger. Of course, Apollo Crews, formerly known as UHA Nation, UHAA Nation, very powerhouse. I take him as a powerhouse wrestler and a technical wrestler. You know, he can perform high flying maneuvers. I like him. I like what I see so far, and I am hoping he has a strong debut at Takeover. However, he's going up against Ty Dillinger with a new perfect 10 gimmick, and right now I have yet to see what Ty Dillinger is going to do with this perfect 10 gimmick, and uh hopefully he amazes me with what he can do with this gimmick. But for right now, I'm going with Apollo Crews to win his debut. Anyway, next up is Yushin Thunder Liger versus Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze. This is an interesting match. Triple H, very very clever with bringing an older talent to face one of the newer talents, and I liked the fact that Tyler Breeze gets a match against another opponent. I guess somewhat of a passing the torch down. I guess Yushin Thunder Liger is a right opponent. But my prediction is for Tyler Breeze to take down or to be handed down the torch from Yushin Thunder Liger. Next match, Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe. I like this match. I like what they're doing with Samoa Joe. I like what they're doing with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin now taking on that kind of heel role, and and Samoa Joe taking on that face role. I think the NXT wants to push both of these performers as I guess, somewhat of a face, or put them in a face role. I'm not sure who I think will win. I'm going to be rooting for Baron Corbin because Samoa Joe has done so much in his career, and Baron Corbin is just kind of getting started. But it's really hard for me to pick. I know they're trying to build both of these performers up. Shit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Baron Corbin's going to win this match. I think Triple H, if this is not going to be a draw, I think Baron Corbin's going to win this match. I think it's pretty obvious because, as I said, Samoa Joe has already done enough in his career, so he doesn't really need to be pushed into a main stage. Whereas Baron Corbin is new; he's still kind of green. He's still yet to master that, put on a good match and make it memorable without having some clumsy screw ups or whatever. But right now, I'm going to go with Baron Corbin because they can do a lot more with Baron Corbin than they can with Samoa Joe. So Baron Corbin to win that match. Next match, we have the NXT Tag Team Champions Blake and Murphy, accompanied by Little Miss Alexa Bliss, defending the NXT Tag Team Championships against the Vaudevillains, Aiden English and Simon Gotch. Shit. This is gonna be a good match, I can tell. I'd like Blake and Murphy as the Tag Team Champions. Just because now with the addition of Alexa Bliss to this faction, it's making it interesting and it's kind of giving Blake and Murphy not only a clever way to win their matches or to retain the tag team titles or to move on in their storylines, but I kind of like what they can do with their opponents, Blake and Murphy's opponents, whoever they may be, getting help to deal with Little Miss Alexa Bliss because she's getting involved all so often. And if Simon Gotch and Aiden English did not have help, more than likely Little Miss Alexa Bliss would cost them the match. So I've heard that the Vaudevillains are getting Blue Pants as their valet and keeping, I guess, Little Miss Alexa Bliss at bay. I mean, I know Blue Pants is going to come out to a pretty damn good ovation. But if I'm gonna pick a winner, I'm gonna say Blake and Murphy to retain. As much as I want the Vaudevillains to be the NXT Tag Team Champions, I don't want them to be the Tag Team Champions yet. I want Blake and Murphy to at least have a little bit longer with these Tag Team title belts before they hand it down to either Soft, Colin Cassidy, and Enzo Amore, or the Vaudevillains, Aiden English and Simon Gotch. But I would say there's going to be, if the Vaudevillains did win, it's going to be something where Alexa Bliss accidentally cost Blake and Murphy the tag team titles, and the Vaudevillains capitalize on that. But I like what they've been doing with this whole build up to this match. You know, Alexa Bliss taking advantage of the Vaudevillains not wanting to either harm Alexa Bliss or get revenge or exact revenge on them or on her. So I like how they're going to have another female to do the bidding for them, just kind of like The Rock pulling Ronda Rousey out of the crowd to deal with Stephanie McMahon because he wouldn't hit a girl, but Ronda Rousey would. You know, the Vaudevillains wouldn't hit Little Miss Alexa Bliss, but Blue Pants would. That's cool. I just like the build up and Alexa Bliss keeping the Vaudevillains at bay and and capitalizing on their refusal to hit a female. I like that. I think it's pretty good story. I like it. I think it's a great storytelling. And but yeah, I'm gonna go with Blake and Murphy to retain. I want them to retain. I want the Vaudevillains to win the NXT Tag Team Championships, but not right now. I want Blake and Murphy to retain, and then maybe we'll talk about the next Takeover special, or maybe they'll lose it on NXT. I doubt that's gonna happen. Next match is Sasha Banks defending the NXT Women's Championship against Bayley. A year ago, you had Bayley struggling to take the NXT Women's Championship away from whoever, maybe Charlotte, Sasha Banks, whoever. Right now, it's pretty obvious that Bayley is going to walk away the NXT Women's Champion. Sasha Banks is now on the main roster, so she can focus on bigger and brighter things. And then Bayley will hold on to that title maybe till the end of the year, and then she'll be brought up to the main roster at some point either this year or next year. Bayley's coming up to the main roster soon. We're all going to face that. But right now, my prediction is for Bayley to win. Not so much build up. There's not been so much build up for this match in particular, or for Sasha Banks, as there has been as much build up for Bayley. You know, beating, I believe it was Dana Brooke or Charlotte. Or I'm sorry, Dana Brooke or Emma, and then moving on to Charlotte and beating Charlotte, then moving on to Becky Lynch and beating Becky Lynch to now face, or she's now earned the right to contest for a match of the NXT Women's Championship instead of being given an opportunity or coming out in a promo. And I guess talking her way into a championship match. I like how it was very simple and it was very kind of classic wrestling. You know, the way wrestling should be. A championship match should be worked. You know, there's a champion and you have to earn your right to face that champion. I've never really been a fan of the rematch clause. I've always felt if you want a shot at any championship, you should earn it. You need to earn it. You shouldn't just be given a rematch just because you were the champion at one point and you got it taken away and you get one more shot. I want there to be build up. And with the rematch clause, even USW has it. They capitalize on that. Most wrestling promotions have that. But it kind of just takes away from the whole storytelling towards a match. So if Kevin Owens were to beat John Cena for the United States Championship at Elimination Chamber, John Cena would get his rematch clause. However, then there wouldn't be as much storytelling to Kevin Owens versus John Cena at Money in the Bank for the United States Championship as there would be if John Cena had to earn that match. So the same thing goes with Sasha Banks and Bayley, but my prediction is for Bayley to walk away the new NXT Women's Champion. Then we get into the main event, a ladder match for the NXT Championship. Finn Balor defends the NXT Championship against Kevin Owens. This feud has been physical, it has been verbal, it has just been insane. Since Finn Balor walked away with the NXT Championship at the WWE Beast in the East special on July 4th, 2015, since winning that championship, Kevin Owens has just been going down in a downward spiral. Lost to John Cena, couldn't get the United States Championship. Now is without a championship and is going and gunning towards the NXT Championship. And I think that is great storytelling. And even if you didn't really want to tell all that much story to it, you'd still have the fact that Kevin Owens wants a championship around his waist and won't stop until he gets a championship back around his waist. You don't even have to do much with that. You just have to make it continue to make it seem as though Kevin Owens needs a championship around his waist, and this is the perfect cap to a interesting feud, an interesting rivalry. Finn Balor has pinned Kevin Owens twice once in a tag team match, and then the second time in Japan for the NXT Championship, and now it all transpires into a ladder match. And then the loser can't say, or the loser won't be able to say they wouldn't be able to work their way out of it if it was a pinfall or submission loss. But if it were just a loss in like a ladder match, you wouldn't have to say, oh, I was pinned or I was made submit. You can say, oh, you know what, I couldn't get the championship that was hanging above the ring, but I wasn't pinned, I wasn't made submit, I just lost it because the other opponent grabbed the title belt from the top of the ring. So there can be some leeway to it. My prediction is for Finn Balor to walk out with the NXT Championship. It's too early for him to lose it. As much as my mind is saying Kevin Owens should win, or as much as I kind of want Kevin Owens to win, I'm going to have to go with Finn Balor. I don't think Triple H is going to give Kevin Owens the championship back, but I'm going to go with Finn Balor. And that's who I think is going to walk out of the NXT Championship. And then, of course, the next week with the following NXT on Wednesday, you get Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy, Zack Ryder, and Mojo Rawley versus Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder. You have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Dana Brooke versus Emma, Bull Dempsey versus Elias Sampson, and then Carmella versus Eva Marie. Great, fine matches. I'm not going to get into that. I'm pretty much good for now. Yeah. Bless you. Now we get into WWE Summerslam, and it's such a different build-up to this pay-per-view from NXT Takeover Brooklyn, and we're going to get into it. First off, the primetime players defend the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, and the New Day. Whether the New Day be Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and Big E, or Big E and Xavier Woods, whoever it may be. I'm going to take it as Kofi and Big E. We're going to get the New Day in this match. As much as my mind is telling me the primetime players are going to walk away with the tag team championships, I'm going to go with the New Day. I think the tag team titles were taken away from them prematurely, and I think they need to get these titles back in order for me to really take them as a serious tag team, and not just really good heels. Next match, Ryback defends the Intercontinental Championship against The Big Show and The Miz. This is a pointless match. Ryback has just had a string of bad matches in his Intercontinental Championship reign. One against The Big Show, and then the other one was supposed to be against The Big Show and The Miz, but Ryback got a staph infection in his leg and then comes back, and now they redo the match, and it's just, ugh. I'm going with Ryback to win. He's not going to lose it. He better not lose it. And then we get into the third match, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. I've seen this match in different forms, whether it be the Shield versus the Wyatt family or whoever it may be. I've seen this match a load of times. And of course, I've heard the rumors of one of these performers, either Ambrose or Reigns, to turn heel. As much as I want it to be Roman Reigns, if anybody's turning heel, on Sunday. It's going to be Dean Ambrose. Quick thing to say about that, Roman Reigns should be a heel. I think he'd make for a great heel, and when he turned into a babyface, he probably would get a positive reaction. But if Dean Ambrose were turned heel, I don't think we'd be able to hate Dean Ambrose. I don't think we'd be able to boo Dean Ambrose. Much like it's hard for me to boo The Undertaker, it's going to kind of be hard for me to boo Dean Ambrose, because how would you take him as a serious heel if he's going to be so damn entertaining and he's going to have such a great character? I don't think I'd be able to boo Dean Ambrose. I feel like I'm about to get my throat slit at some point in time because I just heard or something like that. It was probably my chair. Anyway, I think in this case scenario, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper are going to win. That's it. And then we're more than likely going to get a Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns feud. Ugh. Anyway, next up, fourth match. Stephen Amell and Neville versus Stardust and King Barrett. I like what they're doing with Stardust and King Barrett. I think it's a duo that was taken advantage of much too late. I think they could have done this a little bit earlier, back before King Barrett went down in the trash as King Barrett, and while Stardust was still, continuing and going on, maybe after the Goldust short mini feud, and then Neville and Stephen Amell. Maybe Stephen and Amell will do interesting things in the ring. Maybe he'll be able to hit a drop kick, or he'll jump off the top rope, or he'll go flying over the top rope. I don't know. After you saw his ring entrance on Raw, it'd be hard to believe Stephen Amell wouldn't do something spectacular. Then again, we had Snooki and Trish Stratus and John Morrison fight at WrestleMania. Fuck you, Vince McMahon. My prediction is Stephen Amell and Neville. Well, fuck. I'm going to go with Stardust and King Barrett to win because I think they're going to try to capitalize on a Stardust and King Barrett team. You know what? Now, I'm going to go with Stephen Amell and Neville to win. The reason why is because it's a Hollywood star. He's an actor. He's not a wrestler. So we've got to give him the win. Much like we had to give Floyd Mayweather the win against The Big Show in a wrestling match, not a fucking boxing match. Just like we had to give Snooki a win at WrestleMania. Just like we had to give Maria Menounos a win at fucking SummerSlam a few years ago. Fuck this shit, man. All right. Next up, we have Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. I think this match would have been much better had you made it for a number one contenders match for the United States Championship. That would have been interesting. Either way, I think Kevin Owens is going to win. The reason why is because if he's going to lose to Finn Balor this Saturday, I think he's going to be beating Cesaro this Sunday. I think that makes perfect sense, and that's interesting. Next up, we have Team Bella, the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie Bella, and Alicia Fox versus Team Bad, BAD, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina versus PCB, Paige, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. I'm gonna answer you flat out right now. Paige, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch are going to win. I think they're going to do this because by Night of Champions, Nikki Bella is going to break AJ Lee's record as Divas champion. The title is worthless, so I guess I shouldn't be bothered by it too much. Nikki Bella is worthless. Nikki Bella is just a piece of shit, especially as Divas champion, especially in the ring. I love to hate the Bella Twins. I love to hate the Bella Twins. I get pleasure out of that each and every single fucking week. And yeah, my prediction is for Team PCB, Paige, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch to win, and I think they're going to beat Team Bella. And then when Nikki Bella loses that championship at Night of Champions, it will be glorious, and everybody will be chanting and cheering and raving about this, and it will be amazing, and whoop-de-fucking-do. And I will jump out of my seat in happiness, and that's pretty much that. Next match, Dolph Ziggler with Lana versus Rusev with Summer Rae. I'm still finding it hard to take this match seriously. With the whole Rusev and Summer Rae storyline, I like what they did on Raw last Monday. But for this whole feud, Dolph Ziggler has been on the shelf, and Rusev has been doing nothing except facing Mark Henry. And then Summer Rae and Lana have been feuding, and I can't take this feud seriously. My prediction is for Rusev to win because Lana and Summer Rae are going to get into a fight, and then Dolph Ziggler, being a typical babyface, would in turn go to check on Lana, see if she's all right, and Rusev would hit him, I guess, with a super kick, and then lock him into the accolade, and he would make Ziggler tap out. That's my prediction. Next up, Randy Orton and Sheamus. Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Fucking shit. Randy Orton and Sheamus, no chemistry at all in any of their matches. I can't take this match as a serious match. I understand that Randy Orton should have a match for SummerSlam. I understand that Sheamus needs something to do if he's going to be Mr. Money in the Bank. But this match has had very little build-up, or very little promising build-up, and I just can't take this match as a good match. My prediction is for Randy Orton to win. Feud's over. Woohoo. Next match. Fuck, it doesn't get easier. Title for title, United States Championship and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship are going to be on the line. The reigning, defending United States Champion John Cena will go one-on-one with the current, reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Heavyweight Wrestling Champion of the world, Seth Rollins. I'm going to be flat out with you. John Cena's going to win, whether it's going to be by pinfall or submission where he walks out with both the championships. Please don't do this to us! Why am I praying to God? This is pretty much in the hands of Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon does not go by rules. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry, God. John Cena is either going to win with both and get both titles, or he's going to lose, or he's going to win by disqualification. But John Cena's winning either way. Next fucking match. I don't want to get into this. John Cena should not win that world title. Then we have what should be the main event. Vince, if you don't make this match the main event, I will slit your throat myself. Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus The Undertaker. This will sell out SummerSlam on its own. There's already build up. The Undertaker is somewhat bitter for Brock Lesnar conquering his streak. Or for Brock Lesnar conquering The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania, making it 21-1 at the time. So he's exacting for revenge, not because Brock Lesnar broke the streak, but because Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman gloated about breaking the streak over and over and over again. So The Undertaker is back with a vengeance, and it's out. He's seeking for blood, or he's out for blood, seeking a victory over Brock Lesnar to spoil it, or to rub it in Brock Lesnar's face. My prediction is for Brock Lesnar to win. It's hard for me to say. I think with the build-up, much better build-up than what we got from the WrestleMania match from WrestleMania 30. But I think this build-up has been great. The build-up makes it feel as though The Undertaker is going to beat Brock Lesnar. But I think if Vince McMahon booked Brock Lesnar to lose to The Undertaker, that would be a very poor way to go about this match. Brock Lesnar needs to win. He needs to continue to look strong and be built up as a beast, as an unbeatable beast. Fuck you, John Cena, for beating him at Extreme Rules. You fucking son of a bitch. I know you were doing what you were told, but it's still bullshit. Anyway, my prediction is for Brock Lesnar to win, and that's what I'm going to go with. I'm sticking to my guns. Brock Lesnar to defeat The Undertaker at SummerSlam. So that's that. All in all, I'm looking forward to NXT Takeover Brooklyn more than I am for WWE SummerSlam. I'm going to watch both shows. I'll probably review both shows on this channel, and that's pretty much that. So anyways, thank you for watching. Quick plugs. Follow me on Twitter at Zachary Serra at ZACHARYSERRA for updates on the channel and whatever else I post. And if you have any wrestling related questions for the Hardiac Wrestling Podcast, or any questions for the Hardiac or any non-wrestling related questions for the Hardiac Questions and Answers series, send them to unitards@gmail.com. That is unitards with two Z's at the end at gmail.com, and I will get to them in another video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That was my preview for NXT Takeover Brooklyn and WWE SummerSlam 2015. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. I'm Zach Hardy, signing off.